you know, when I'm approaching a romantic scene or even a scene that's like flirtatious or something like that, it's all about the game and playing the game. So, you know, I one-up you, you one-up me, I take one step back, you take a step back. Like, it's all about that push and pull, that give and take, and playing the game of, you know, trying to win this person over. And so I think that even in my scenes as Bianca, you know, I do that, but then in my scene in Faustus, I have to play the game as well. You know, I know I'm gonna win.
Ophelia is definitely one of the big women's roles in Shakespeare, and I admit, of course, I've thought about playing her before, but I think I've actually been somewhat reluctant to put her on my kind of like top goal list, because she is such a tricky character, and that for basically the entire play of Hamlet, she really seems to not have any agency at all. She is being led along by almost everyone else in the play, and she ends up taking some pretty drastic action out of lovesickness and cruelty toward her. But being able to do this scene in our production has been a really cool taste of the character. I think that the scene is really interesting and important. It's almost a pivotal point in Ophelia's arc, and being able to just do that part has been really challenging, but in a really good way. As an actor, you love to have roles like this. So it's been a treat. I like Ophelia a lot more, having been able to try out this role with this scene. It's been really tough, but in a good way.
Getting to work with MSC has been a super cool experience, and kind of changed the way that I see, you know, the idea of love in theater. Like, I am playing Mephistopheles, which, you know, most people would not categorize as a romantic scene or play, but, you know, it's not just about person-to-person love. It's about like the love of ourselves, the love of different things, the love of maybe like knowledge or power or, you know, what have you. And so I think that changes the way that you kind of view characters, view relationships, view romance on stage. It's not just person to person. It can be an internal thing. It can be a thing with a person with a thing, or something like that. And so I think that being able to play a role that you might not typically put into the context of love or romance has really changed the way that I kind of view romance and theater and storytelling.
I was thrilled to be cast as Evil Angel in Dr. Faustus. That was a character that, when doing the script read-through, I felt very connected to. I think that the Evil Angel is probably a misnomer. Who says that this is an evil character? Probably one particular mindset, but I think the Evil Angel is just rather skeptical, and that's something that I strive to be. So, if anything, to prepare for the Evil Angel role, I've tried to be more skeptical in my daily life, and I encourage others to do the same. It's not so evil, not as evil as you may think.
You know, sometimes people get a little bit overwhelmed with Shakespeare. They're like, there's so much going on, I don't understand the language, but I think that we have done a really great job of selecting scenes that you can kind of just jump into. You don't really have to have too much context, and even if you don't really know what's going on, you're still gonna have a really great time, really gonna enjoy it, gonna laugh, gonna relate to it, and condensing these scenes, you know, and these stories into little 8-minute bits. I think it's been really fun.